I always say that simple is often best, and that's definitely the case with this lemon pepper chicken. This is one of those chicken dinner recipes you'll have on repeat, not only because the bright and tangy flavor is seriously good, especially when the sauce is drizzled on top, but also because it takes less than 15 minutes to make, which makes it perfect for any weeknight dinner meal. This is a personal favorite recipe of mine, and I think it will be one of yours as well, so let me show you how to make it. To get started, you'll need 2 large chicken breasts, which should be around 1.5 pounds or so. Then you'll cut the chicken breasts in half lengthwise. And this is really easy to do. Just place one hand flat on top of the chicken breast to keep it from moving around, and then slide your knife slowly and carefully right through it. My biggest tip when doing this is to make sure that your knife is level with the cutting board and not slightly angled up or down, or else you may end up with one chicken breast that's bigger and thicker than the other. If you watched my chicken piccata video, you saw that yes, wonky cutting even sometimes happens to me, so don't fret if you don't get the chicken breasts perfect. But the main goal here is to cut them as evenly as possible so they're thinner and then cook faster on the stove. If you only have small chicken breasts to start with, you can also pound 4 of them to a thinner, more even thickness. Now, the coating on this lemon pepper chicken couldn't be any easier. It's simply a tablespoon of arrowroot powder, cornstarch or other flour, a tablespoon of lemon pepper seasoning, and a teaspoon of kosher salt. The flour helps to make the outside of the chicken crispy and golden, and the seasoning gives flavor to every bite. Lay the halved chicken breasts on a plate and then sprinkle the seasoning mixture on top and rub it in on both sides with your hands, really pressing the seasoning into the chicken. And in a perfect world, I would have a large plate or baking sheet to do this on, but since I've already packed up most of my kitchen for my upcoming move, I'm making do with this plate today. And then the only other thing you need to prep before cooking is to zest and juice 1 lemon. Now, I had a brain fade today and did not zest before juicing, and it's always so hard to zest after juicing, but thankfully I had an extra lemon on hand. But pro tip, make sure to zest your lemon first and not make my mistake. And then that's it in terms of prep. Heat a large pan over medium-high heat, coat the bottom in a couple tablespoons of olive oil, and then add your seasoned chicken breasts. Now, because the chicken breasts are thinner, they do cook faster and only need about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. And that's what makes this such a wonderful, quick and easy dinner. The entire cooking portion on the stove takes less than 15 minutes. And I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of no-fuss meals like these because I am one busy gal. So once you've seared both sides of the chicken and it's nice and golden, use tongs to remove the chicken breasts to a plate. Add 2 tablespoons of butter and mince 2 garlic cloves straight into the pan and saute that for 30 seconds or so. Then add a 1/4 cup of chicken broth and the juice from the lemon, which should be about 3 tablespoons of juice if it was an average sized lemon. The liquid will naturally help to deglaze the pan, and you can use your spatula to release any of those browned pieces from the bottom of the pan into the sauce for extra flavor. Whenever I'm doing something like this, I always use my favorite silicone spatula so as to not scratch my beloved Le Creuset pan as well. People always ask me how my pans are in such good condition, and it's really 2 things. 1, take care of them by using the proper tools, and 2, clean them well after you're done with them. It's really that simple. After you've stirred your lemony garlic butter sauce together, add the chicken breasts back into the pan and then spoon some of the sauce on top. I should also add that if you'd like to make this dairy-free, you can easily do this by swapping in ghee if you're just dairy sensitive, or a vegan butter alternative. If you're placing the pan on a trivet on a dinner table, you can style it a bit with lemon slices to give a nod to the dominant flavor in the dish. But also, don't forget to sprinkle some of that lemon zest on top. The fresh lemon plus the lemon pepper seasoning is a double whammy in the best way possible, and that buttery garlic sauce really enhances the beautiful golden color on the chicken. If you love my Greek lemon chicken and my chicken piccata recipe, you can think of this as sort of a cross between the two. And I probably make this one the most as it has the least amount of ingredients, and as I've mentioned several times now, it's done in just about 15 minutes. In terms of serving, I'm plating it on top of some mashed potatoes today. And instead of adding a dollop of butter on the potatoes, I'll just drizzle some of that lemony garlic butter pan sauce at the end. And then for the veggies, you can add green beans like I'm doing today, or asparagus or other seasonal vegetables. And then a little extra sprinkle of salt and pepper and chopped parsley for a pop of green always finishes off the plate. This is one darn good chicken dinner, and just look at how pretty it is. Now, this type of meal definitely reminds me of my childhood because it's a protein, a starch, and a veggie, and that's pretty much what I grew up on. And when the sauce from the lemon pepper chicken just soaks into all the veggies, it is that much better. So good. Now, if you're serving this up for a family dinner, you likely won't have any leftovers, but if you do, they will keep in the fridge for about 4 days or in the freezer for 3 months. I am keeping these leftovers because if you guys have been following along on last week's video or on social media, you know that I am moving. And today, this video is actually the last video in this kitchen. I've been filming content in this kitchen for 7 years. And it's gonna be such a change to have an entirely new kitchen to shoot in. But I'm also excited for the new kitchen because there is so much natural light in the new kitchen, and I can't wait to get new angles and just show off the food even that much more. So bear with me as I take a few weeks off to get resettled, but I will still be on social media, so I can't wait to see your photos of this lemon pepper chicken and many of my other recipes. And I will catch you guys again in several weeks.